Well, at the turn of the 20th century, Aiken became the winter playground for wealthy Northerners who wanted to get away from those harsh winters.
And they can be harsh. Many bought property to build a winter home instead of staying in a hotel. Kim Vickers joins us this morning to share more about two of those in this month's Hometown History. Good morning, Kim.
Well, hey guys, good morning. In the middle of the bustling town of Aiken, there's a tranquil oasis where the community often gathers. Hopelands Gardens and Rye Patch are two jewels in the city, both rich with history.
The winter colony was started in Aiken really about the late 1800s. It was a place for them to come, especially when the northern winters could be so brutal.
Two of those winter colonists were 40-year-old C. Oliver Island and his 26-year-old wife, Hope. Oliver was a wealthy banker and yachtsman. Hope, the heiress to her father's fortune. Lil Brannon, a trustee with Friends of Hopelands and Rye Patch, says their marriage was a big deal at that time.
So when she got engaged to Oliver Island, in the New York Times, the big headline was, "The wealthiest man in New York to marry the wealthiest woman in Rhode Island."
Hope was a sportswoman, which was unusual for a woman during that time. She made history as the first woman to ever crew on a yacht during the America's Cup races, a race Oliver won 6 times. She had a passion for thoroughbred horse racing, which she shared with her good friend, Queen Elizabeth II. Lauren Virgo, executive director at the Aiken County Historical Museum, tells me she also loved golf and was very good at it.
In 1900, the Prince of Wales hosted a golf tournament, and during that tournament, Hope Goddard Island soundly defeated the Russian Grand Duke.
Oliver and Hope built their winter cottage in Aiken in the early 1900s, naming it Hopelands. Hope, an avid gardener, got right to work designing and planting what would become a famous winter garden.
The gardens were actually written up in all these garden magazines and books in the 1920s and 30s. So these gardens were well known.
The gardens have a wide array of native plants as well as those not native to the area. Perhaps one of the most impressive is a large tree near the reflecting pool, currently valued at $70,000.
This tree right here is the most expensive tree in Aiken, and it is a deodar cedar, and it was actually Hope's planted it.
When Hope died in 1970 at the age of 102, she left the property to a state entity, and soon the city of Aiken requested the deed to create the public Hopelands Gardens. The house was torn down, and in its place, reflecting pools were installed. The gardens were freshened up and walkways installed as well. Friends of Hopelands and Rye Patch trustee Anna Dangerfield says the Friends organization was created to raise funds for and maintain the gardens.
They drew from all aspects of the community, of the citizens of Aiken, formed a 40-person board, and it was named the Friends of Hopelands.
Now, it is a peaceful and beloved oasis in Aiken. 32 years ago, Christmas at Hopelands was started by former City of Aiken program coordinator Michaela Burley.
It brings people together at night, and they're passing old neighbors and old friends, and so it's a place for them to come, see people, enjoy the lights, and just spend time with family.
Christmas at Hopelands is already underway. You can find more information on that event and read about a story involving royal visitors at Rye Patch at WJBF.com. And that's just part of your hometown history.